Ready to play.
All right, so we are moving into our next game. We do have Havoc, Aegis,
Get ready. Go.
and Owlbears. So I do believe this is not an elimination game. I believe this is a second track game. We're just going to jump to that main screen here to begin with as we see the scores coming up early. Got some love for New Zealand in the chat. Yes, the one New Zealand team, Owlbears here, are playing out of blue. Havoc from Queensland in red and Aegis from Adelaide in green. This time it looks like Havoc have chosen to sit Robo. I'm just trying to see who Aegis have sat. SG Moo, Pendragon, Wolfie, Gizmo. I am not sure which Aegis player is sitting off the top of my head. Owlbears.
It's your boy.
All right, we're being joined here by Tech Deck.
Hello. Oh, we finally got out. 23rd for the third year in a row.
Yes, the chat has been informing us. Well done. You can
did
take
our
a minute
best.
to breathe. This is not an elimination game,
Yes.
so we don't have to talk quite as fast. I'm reminding myself of that as much as anyone else.
Don't run out of breath on me now.
We do see some
fantastic.
early pushes to blue base. Owlbears defense holding comfortably.
So yeah, dude, Owlbears have been having a super formidable defense this comp. It has made it quite scary to go up against them.
Yeah, Dari is a last line. She is very, very good. She's very good on these packs as well.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Moldy having a term. How did that come in?
Didn't see that. Come up.
I know because somebody called him a cheater at the game.
This sort of game, you're going to be playing at the sort of the edge of speed and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
So things like baseline jumps and possibly that dangerous movement can come into play just because you need to be playing that fast and that close to the lines to get those advantages. Or we do see Havoc breaking into green base. Does get tagged out by the green defense though.
Oh, I was about to say, it's probably going to cost them a little bit there. But say Aegis had a bit of a struggle with their previous game, so I'm hoping to see them claw their way up during this one.
Yeah, I couldn't pick which Aegis player is sitting. Is it panicking? Maybe?
Yeah, it's panicking.
Panicking.
So they've opted to put in SSG for this one, which does seem to be top scoring at the moment.
So good choices. We do see a Havoc player. I think that's Peregrine behind
that's
that green wall.
definitely Peregrine.
Dancing around, tagging
Oh.
both sides does eventually go down.
I was about to say, you can be good, but not that good. No. I was about to say, yeah, he was absolutely switching between those two doors as quickly as he could. Yes, Dari currently with the infinite tag ratio. Let's go. 7-0.
Yeah, people have come to her at blue base and she's not let a single one in.
Again, she's
Rapid.
incredibly formidable.
Breaks the green base.
There we go. First base for the game.
Oh, that was really nicely done by Rapid. Had a Moldy, I think, there to help cover that front door. Let's have a quick look at the replay of that. So they've just set up on that weird front sort of sneaky spot there.
Like little T spot, I guess.
Yep. Peregrine comes in for the denial, doesn't get it.
Oh, almost. That was close. Very close for them, but it does shoot them up into that first spot. They are behind on pack currently to Havoc. So it will be interesting to see if Havoc ends up getting a base here. They are holding their own defense pretty strongly. So they may be hoping that they can outpack a bit. Okay, cool. All right, no worries, guys. I will be back in 2 minutes. My team is calling me.
All right, so we are seeing more push at red base. The defender does get tagged out. This does leave an empty red base. And an Aegis player capitalizes on the opportunity. Moo runs into the box, puts 3 clean shots into red base, and pulls Aegis right up into a solid second here, the second base of the game. That was really nice by Moo, just capitalizing on the opportunity to run in and grab that vacant red base as the defenders got tagged out. So he's going to be going home now, probably quite happy to let his team know that was him, that was me, guys. Don't worry. We're not out of it yet. We do see Blue continuing to hold that strong defense. I can hear a bit of action coming through the walls. Dari still maintaining that infinite tag ratio as she tags the player, misses the first shot, gets the second. Oh, we do see red breaking into green base. M's putting shots in from behind the wall. Tags the defender that comes from behind the back door. Gets the call, gets the shot, gets the base. Oh, I've got someone asking about players just walking out after they get the base, not even trying to get some shots in afterwards. Look, sometimes people decide they need to move on quickly. Sometimes people want to get home. And sometimes people just forget that, I mean, we're all tired at this end of the competition. Sometimes you forget that it might be best to just tuck into a wall and get a few tags first. A lot of defenders do run away. Moo breaks into blue base, shooting from the panel. Gets two shots denied. Yeah, he was open from one side, and I don't think he actually saw the defender come in from the other door and sneak all the way around to get him.
Sorry, missed that. I'm back. Rightio. So yeah, Moo getting a 2-shot to die does sort of put a damper on Aegis a little bit, but he does have that red now. Everybody equal on their bases now, so it's all based on pack.
Yeah, and Havoc are leading the pack game right now.
They were leading the pack game before they got it. I'm going to say Owlbears aren't falling too far behind though, and their defense is still going pretty solidly. They are the only base that hasn't fallen yet.
Yes, they are. So they've got to be feeling pretty confident in that. Dari has ruined her infinite tag streak. She has been tagged once now and is only down to a mere 600% tag ratio halfway through the game. Keep in mind, this is not an elimination game. This is a second track game. So the first place team will, at the end of this game, remain in second track, and the other two teams will drop to the next elimination game. Dari just proving that she is a monster last line.
Going absolutely crazy there.
Oh.
I was going to say, you have teams like this where you've got where they might be predicted a little bit lower because you've got some people there you haven't seen before. And then you have those monsters on there like Dari who just in defense just really reminds you that sometimes cracking a base with just two people isn't enough. You need to go aggressive. Yeah,
absolutely. Speaking of going aggressive, we see another red player breaking into the green base.
There we go.
Oh, and a warning for Gizmo. I didn't see what he did there, but it was in that green base.
Gizmo.
Doesn't cost them the base though, which is very important. And we can see red players remaining in to attack at that back door of green. They really, really want to push it. Simultaneously, green players pushing at the red base.
So yeah, we're seeing a lot of movement now getting into we're about 4 minutes in now. Oh, sorry. Math is incorrect. 5.5 minutes in now. We're going to see a lot of teams probably getting a bit more aggressive, either feeling that they're a bit behind on bases or pack.
Oh, like Owlbears who've decided they want to have this red base.
Here we go.
Moldy, all that experience from those high-end games. He knows how to run in and just crack a defense and take a base.
Well done.
I was about to say, he may have gotten a turn, but he's still top scoring the game at the moment. Doing fantastic there.
35 tags already, positive tag ratio. Moldy going ham. He's like, no, guys. We got this. We're staying in this track.
I mean, Dari's now on the 17-2, so 850 for a tag ratio is...
Yeah, do we want to quickly replay that red? Let's see what Moldy got up to here to get that base. So there was a defender. That's just
the red cam.
That is the second time I've done that today. Gives you an idea how tired I am. So yeah, he's just run in while there's been a gap in the defense. And it was actually green trying to stop him getting that base. That is very interesting.
So yeah, two greens lunging him from that door. It's fantastic. Oh, thank you, Mum. Doing my best. Righty. Oh, so we are seeing greens back in here again. So Aegis possibly going to try and go for that red there. There we go. We got Pendragon going for it and just finishing before getting lunged.
Oh, that was a close margin, but she gets the base.
Yes. Oh, that's a fantastic job to that. Cheeto taking that triangle back and hopefully trying to solidify their defense again.
Yeah, so let's just check back in on the scores. What we see is Owlbears with these two bases. Still 2K ahead, but Havoc are right in there on the pack. One more base, and they are back into the lead. So Aegis, once again, just dropping out of this game a little bit. They're just a little bit behind the money on the pack points. Those denials on Moo hurting a little.
So yes, they are hurting a little bit for Aegis, but it is good that he eventually got that red. Hopefully try to jumpstart their attack a bit more. Getting that first base when you start off can really help just your attack, just keep that flow getting.
Havoc needs a base. Griffo
getting one shot. Oh,
Red team denied.
Gizmo going for his red now.
Well done.
And he gets it, and that pulls Aegis right back into the mix. So Aegis just down a K on Owlbears, but they are a base up. Havoc a base down or two bases down on Aegis, and they're only a K behind.
I say they are playing for pack crazily this game. It does work for them that they're getting quite a decent amount of people trying to take their base, and their attack is pretty aggressive if you've ever lived there. They could be very formidable when you go up against them because it just makes you feel like you got to play on the defense like 24/7 suddenly.
That was interesting. We saw a red player run in, crack out the green defense, and then immediately run out of the base again.
Does look like Peregrine, so
Green hit.
does he even have the green base yet?
No, but Griffo
No.
doesn't either, and she's the one putting shots in. I think they were just trying to coordinate the timing so that
Right.
both players were up at once, and it works the second time around. So Griffo grabs a green base, and that puts Havoc into the lead, but only by a few tags now. Owlbears' pack has really picked up.
So yeah, Owlbears pack has absolutely picked up here, so they're not too far behind. They can definitely close this gap. They've still got about a minute and a half left here. It does look like Peregrine is just trying to get the rest of his team through bases first before going for his own, which is always a fantastic strategy if you have your main attacker just doing that, because it does mean that their main focus is just all the pack points there.
It also means that if your strongest attacker sees that opportunity to solo a base late in the game, they still have that option available
Red
to
hit.
them, which can be valuable.
Red
Traitor
hit.
breaking into the red
destroyed.
base. Oh, and he
taking
grabs
it.
Green
it.
hit.
Oh,
Stingray, meanwhile,
Green
trying to
hit.
return the favor at green.
Green destroyed.
Man.
and just getting it, just putting them back ahead again. A bit of a trade there.
So we're looking about 600 point, 700 point margin here between Owlbears and Havoc as we come into the last minute of the game. Two bases should be coming up again soon. There'll be time for one more base rotation.
I'm about to say, is there enough time for Aegis to close this gap? If they go,
No.
if they
there's
went
not
full
enough time.
offensive, they would maybe get a second. But
Two
even though
bases
that's
does
close.
not get them to second.
Yeah.
So, no, Aegis does not have time. Never mind the pack you lose trying to crack a defense. I don't blame them for trying, though, because it's what you should always be doing because they can't see
yeah.
the scores. So, as far as they know, they're still in with a shot. But Owlbear is just pulling ahead on that pack now, trying to stay
Nearly
alive
leveled
in this
Well
second
done.
track.
I'm about to say, it will be interesting to see whether or not they can hold this one as well, because Havoc is still going pretty hard with their pack. So we are still seeing a bit of movement for the bases. Nobody seems to have cracked a base in this last 10
Nearly
seconds.
leveled up.
Just
Well
as we say
done.
that, Peregrine tags out the defender.
hit.
Or the
Gets doubled, I
hit.
believe.
blue
Game
shots.
over.
Oh,
Wolfie.
Please
time
proceed to
denied.
exit.
Time denied, but it doesn't cost him the
Oh.
game.
All right. That was an interesting game, to say the least. Havoc holding out just barely. And again, this isn't an elimination game. We've got this. We will have Owlbears staying in this mid track, and we'll have the other two dropping down to the lower track now.
Yeah, so Owlbears staying in mid. And
I'll go double check the official board for us as well, just to make sure.
yeah,
that
let's have a
that's
look at this
correct.
scores, just so we can see that is very close in the end. Let's go get an official score check while we have a look at the pack room. We can see players throwing up hands, going, I don't know what else we could do. There are some very tired players coming out, as you would expect. This is the time. This is sometimes the last games of the competition you're playing. You've got to play now. Scores stand. So it is Owlbears by